What is proper etiquette for airplane seats? Fox News correspondent Matt Finn discusses whether passengers that recline their seat are seen as rude on Fox News at Night. Users on the Reddit social media site have come to the defense of an airline traveler who informed a tall passenger during some apparently tense moments on board that he should have purchased additional legroom to accommodate his size rather than infringing on others around him. A Redditor who goes by the username ItchySmell8152 recently asked others in the subreddit "Am I the AE, Ida?" for their opinions about how he handled a tricky travel situation. In essence, he was not permitted to recline his seat on an airplane because the passenger behind him was too tall to accommodate it. Air travel controversy: passengers who recline their seats on flights are seen as rude. Me, 32M, I am 5'10", and I check into my flight the night before, the Redditor wrote in a post called Ida for telling a 6 feet 8 inches giant to upgrade his seating. The person continued, "I wanted a window seat, so I chose a window seat. It was not extra, but I had seen that the cost for extended legroom was about €20, or about $21. The tall man could not fit comfortably in the middle seat he'd selected," wrote the Reddit user. With people crammed together, tensions rose. The tall man could not fit comfortably in the middle seat he'd selected, wrote the Reddit user. With people crammed together, tensions rose. Ice stock. The Reddit user said his flight was about 90 minutes long and was a flight between two major European cities. This was a larger plane, he wrote, so each side of the aisle had 3 seats, so window, middle, and aisle. I didn't feel the need to get more space because I intended to sleep and it's generally sufficient space to do so, he said. During the flight, however, the person in front of him reclined his seat, so he, in turn, reclined his seat. The man sitting in the middle seat said he was too big and the chair reclines into his legs. But the man sitting in the middle seat behind him said he was too big and the chair reclines into his legs. Passengers' reclined plane seat seen in TikTok video reawakens debate, bane of my existence. This man seated in the middle is extraordinarily tall, and seated in the middle, so his knees extend into the space of both the aisle and window seats, the Reddit user wrote. So ItchySmell8152 agreed to not recline his seat, but he did chide the tall man for not picking a seat in the aisle or paying extra money for additional legroom. An airline passenger, not pictured, chided a tall man on board a flight for not picking a seat in the aisle or paying extra for additional legroom and shared what happened after that in his Reddit post. An airline passenger, not pictured, chided a tall man on board a flight for not picking a seat in the aisle or paying extra for additional legroom and shared what happened after that in his Reddit post. Ice stock. The man replied that normally, flight attendants upgraded his seating to a location with more legroom, but for this flight, they did not. Reddit user ItchySmell1852 then wrote, I respond that it isn't the airline's responsibility to give him a seat, and if he knows he doesn't fit in a middle seat he could have chosen an aisle. As there was no charge to choose an aisle seat, I had seen the option the night before, or he could have upgraded for extended legroom seating for an extra €20. Just plain bad etiquette. Airline passenger drapes her long, thick hair over the back of her seat. He says he didn't have the €20 to spend, mind you he is flying to one of the most expensive cities in the world, the user also wrote. The original poster explained that he reclined his seat because someone else in front of him reclined his seat. The original poster explained that he reclined his seat because someone else in front of him reclined his seat. Ice stock. The tall man then called the Reddit poster selfish. The Reddit poster pushed back. I said choosing an aisle option is free, to which he says he didn't have that choice and that I am being selfish, the Redditor wrote. I respond by saying, I'm not being selfish, I'm fine with having less space so you can be more comfortable, but pointing out that you're the selfish one for not taking responsibility for others' space and depending on flight attendants to put you in better seats. Airline outrage. Passenger in first class reportedly tells mom she shouldn't be there with a child. The two passengers then exchanged fake smiles and sarcasm. On the Ida subreddit, Redditors can reply to posts saying that the poster is NTA, not the AE, YTA, you're the AE, Nah, no AE here, or everyone sucks here. Users can upvote responses they think are helpful and downvote ones that are not. We are all responsible for our own burdens. Comments on the Reddit post were overwhelmingly in support of Itchy Smell 8152 and his uncomfortable situation. His post was eventually tagged with NTA, meaning that most people who replied to the post believed he was in the right. The man did not pay the €20, about $21, upgrade for additional legroom on his 90-minute flight, according to the Reddit post. The man did not pay the €20, about $21, upgrade for additional legroom on his 90-minute flight, according to the Reddit post. Ice stock. The top upvoted comment put the blame on the airlines, not on the original poster, for cramming so many seats onto a plane and for the passengers' behavior. One user noted that we all have our own burdens. For him, it's being well above average height. We are all responsible for our own burdens. Whether or not it's his fault that he's tall, it's his responsibility not to expect 5 other people to give up some of their comfort to improve his comfort, wrote admirable_ad5250. He should absolutely pay for additional legroom, wrote a Redditor named Peony Pegasus. As it stands, he is expecting everyone around him to settle for less space because he is unwilling to pay for more, this user also said. It sucks for him that he can't be comfortable on planes without paying extra, but that's a fact of life, just like how I can't reach high shelves without using a step stool. Raymond Arroyo's Rules for Air Travel video.